Hey everyone, welcome back to the Joyless podcast. This is episode number 7. I'm your host, JoyBreaker, and Cade's back.
Hey guys, welcome back to my podcast.
Shut up! Oh my god. Editor guy, I'm really sorry for Cade.
I'm not.
So, why exactly did you, not want to be co-host the first time?
Well, at first I was afraid of you. Welcome back to my podcast. But now, I've decided there's no escaping, so I've decided to give in.
So you're officially joining the Joyless podcast crew?
Am I getting paid?
Yeah?
Yeah, of course I am.
You're gonna be with my secretary and editor guy?
Who's your secretary?
You've messaged, you emailed her already, remember? Margaret?
Oh, right.
I swear, this dude emails my fucking secretary saying, "You fucking dumb whore, fucking get me back on the podcast."
Well, I was very respectful.
No, you weren't. No, you weren't.
I wasn't. I called her so many atrocious things. Poor Margaret, really.
So, remember that, shitpost I showed you earlier? And, how you talked about the left one having shitty font?
Yeah, what's up with those guys?
Why
do they have a font?
So, they're a podcast that was, trying to be better than me. But, they were, supposed to, just mimic me at first. They were just gonna take my topics and reuse them.
Are these IRL people that we know and they just decided
I know them through my editor. And that's how they know this.
Huh.
And, so originally they were just, supposed to be, a cheap fucking knockoff of the Joyless podcast.
Which is already a cheap knockoff.
Look, just because we're copying Forehead Fables with a text doesn't mean we're a cheap knockoff, okay?
Yeah.
So anyway, they were trying to be a cheap knockoff of me, but they just became Joe Rogan Light.
Who's Joe Rogan?
It's just imagine a bunch of freshmen talking about the social climate of TikTok and how it affects teens today.
Huh.
So yeah, now that now that we've talked about the cheap imitation,
You guys a big fan of Pepsi Cherry?
I don't think I've told you this yet, but I have just one new big fear of mine. That has to do with the podcast.
What is it?
It's it being brought up to teachers.
Probably won't be.
Hold
on a minute. I gotta get something.
Jesus fucking Christ.
Don't worry about it. I'll be right back.
Yeah, I just, for some reason I feel my ROTC teacher's gonna talk about careers, and because I have a giant fucking ego, I'm gonna mention the fucking podcast, and that's just gonna go terribly. Or I talk to a classmate and the teacher overhears me how Mr. overheard me say pugger.
Yeah, no, that guy. Bleep his name out too. I don't want to be a. That guy's ears is pretty big.
Fucking Dumbo the elephant.
Yeah. I won't call him that. I actually like him.
Alright, so.
By the way, bleep all the teachers' names out.
Editor guy knows his job. He's being paid $50 every 2 weeks.
Oh, very good.
So your family life.
What about it?
Why is you so easily bribed by computer parts?
Well, it all started when I was.
Alright, so let me just tell the story for him because he doesn't know how to tell it. So I try to get him over to hang out early in the summer, and then he's just my mom said she'd buy me solid state drives if I became a recluse hermit and never talked to anyone ever again.
Understood. You guys want to see my solid state drives, by the way?
This is a perfect visual gag for the podcast.
I have an MX500 and a DX500 right over in that drawer if you want me to go get them.
Editor guy, tell me if Cade's a nerd or not in the final edit. But more about your family life. You want to talk about your own private racist in Idaho, or how do you say it? Is it Idaho or? Indiana.
Yeah, it's Idaho. It's Idaho. I went to the DHO. Yeah, no, most people there are racist.
Yeah, are you just not gonna tell a story?
Oh, right. So I'm gonna have to remember the story as I tell it, but like
Your grandma.
in March or some shit. I'm gonna leave my grandma out of this, but
Why? She's like the carrier of the racism.
I know, but like in March, went down to Washington to see my uncle get married for the 53rd time, and we went to Idaho, right? And Idaho.
First of all, going to Idaho was a complete bust because it just ended up your uncle whacking off in the car and you guys leaving.
Yeah, no, he did. Yeah, we remember that. We were sat there. Owen's hands was going up and down, and the truck was shaking.
Christ, how forceful was that grip? Just
can't-
fucking yit.
I can't imagine he was enjoying it.
It's like a. Have you heard about Helping Hands? It's like a Japanese service for like Japanese people. It's like where these like hot, sexy Japanese women they just like jack off retards that can't jack off themselves.
Huh.
And like they don't understand like when they're finished. I mean they kind of do, but it's like weird because like there's this documentary of Helping Hands and they just like would jack off this retarded guy. Then once he comes, the chick just like goes at it with like a washcloth.
Well, that can't be very.
Anyway, you were saying about your racist family?
Yeah, my grandma, she was like, oh boy, black people, am I right?
Dude, you can tell a story, dude.
Yeah, no, she was talking about how the pastor was housing some black people because, they were poor, they were struggling, and he was like, here's a house in Craigmont. And apparently the entire town just turned red-eyed, like glowing red eyes. They just turned, and they just opened their mouths, and then every single citizen there, when they opened their mouths, an air raid siren played.
It wasn't an air raid siren, it was just the N-word.
Yeah, this is why I don't want to be on the podcast.
At least you get, like, invited to family things.
I do?
Yeah. You at least, like, go to, like, your uncle's, infinite weddings.
Hey, I'll drink to that.
But, like, me, I think I told you this before, like, I just found out I have cousins my age, like, 2 years ago.
That's pretty long ago.
And then, like, when I tried to talk to them, I realized, like, these people are, like, Connor level Catholic. Like, they're that Christian. Like, this, Luke, he's one of my cousins from, California. And I tried to talk to him, I was just like, you know how I, like, text, I use, like, abbreviations, and, I say you by just putting the letter U and all that. And, apparently to him I was speaking a different fucking language.
How?
We're like the exact same age, but like apparently he just couldn't comprehend what I was saying at all.
Well, human brain is like a pattern machine. Eventually you would have to draw some sort of connections.
Yeah, but that means he's like never seen that happen before.
Yeah, which is very strange to me because I've never seen it happen. I know what you're talking about. Let's talk about bubble comboing. So if there's any Splatoon 2 players out there, you're gonna know exactly what I'm talking about. And this is a tactic I use in X rank quite a bit. So bubble comboing is when you have a weapon that has the bubble blower special and any sort of bomb. You can throw, once your special is ready, alright, the bubbles are ready, you throw a bomb at your feet, and then you throw a bubble at the bomb, and then because you throw a bubble, your ink tank gets refilled. So you blow another bubble, so now you got two bubbles there, primed and ready to explode. And then you throw another bomb at them, and then boom, you've got,
It's like you were
exploding.
Reading the topics and you saw
And then
Cade VHS is a massive fucking nerd and just went into it.
And then I can't even see the top. I can't even read that shit. Hold on a minute, I gotta get something.
Jesus fucking Christ. Why do I pay you?
I have these now, because apparently I'm blind in some shit. Oh my god, every time I put these on. Okay. It's like.
Well, look at this dweeb. He has glasses on. Look at this nerd. He has glasses on. Let's make fun of him.
Apparently my eyesight's poor and shit. I can't even read that. The font is so small.
Hey! This is for me, okay? So yeah, you big dumb computer nerd that thinks solid state drives are the better option for some fucking reason, and makes the same dumb argument every time.
Well, they are.
Cause
Do you want your data to be lost in like 3 years?
oh yeah, cause I'm gonna keep the same hard drive for 3 years.
Most people do. I mean, like, it's sort of useful to just shove it in the system.
The only people who do that are like child pornography collectors. And they have like those massive stacks of hard drives.
Yeah. No, I think. And so you're basically proving my point because. You know, you just leave it in your system. Your brain is like running backwards on a treadmill.
You're trying to like sell solid states to pedophiles right now.
I'm not. I don't even know a pedophile.
Hey, if you want to store more CP on your computer for longer, use a solid state drive, endorsed by Cade VHS.
I mean, it will last longer and it's faster. So like, I don't know.
Okay, so like
one. Also destroy easier.
Alright,
you can just throw it in a bucket of water and it's done for.
So when are you getting your PC fully built?
Well, I just got a graphics
card. Give me a date.
Until I get the processor, which could be like any time between now and Christmas.
Okay, so
you have to also remember that I have to get the processor, then I also have to get a keyboard, a mouse, and not a fucking TV.
I have like 1,000 keyboard and mice in my place you can use.
Okay.
So like, let's just say Thanksgiving. Does that sound like a bit around time?
I can probably get it done before that, but yeah, Thanksgiving at the least.
Alright, so actually, like, last night I found this game I think you might like.
Yeah?
It's called Overkill. I mean, it's Overkill or Ultra Kill, one of those two.
Every time you try to suggest a game to me, I always get a little bit scared, but go
on. You play Doom Eternal, right?
Occasionally.
So, Ultra Kill is like Doom Eternal, if you just cut out that gay story it has.
You know, Doom Eternal doesn't really have that much of a story, but...
But if you just cut it out.
Okay, then.
And you just had nothing but senseless violence, where you play as a robot sent to hell, who's fueled by blood.
That reminds me of this one game I played.
Is it Doom Eternal?
Huh?
Is it Doom Eternal?
Never played it. No, it's different game. Anyways.
Alright, so what have you been doing besides being a recluse sack of shit?
That's a really good question. Anyways, next topic, please.
Last night or 2 days ago, according to him, because he can't remember how time works.
I can't remember how time works.
He talked about how he played video games for the first time or something, and
yeah, what a trip! I don't want to play them again.
And you were teamed up with this cheater in Splatoon 2.
I was. Oh yeah, it was. I remember that. No, I wasn't teamed up with him. He just got into the top 500 and it got first place in one of the modes. I never played against him because I don't.
No, I thought you played with him.
Did I play with him? I don't think I did. I think. Did I say play with? Well,
yes, you were teamed up with him.
Well, I lied. So, anyways, his name was some stupid Discord server, and he was just trying to get to the leaderboard so he can advertise his Discord server.
Dude, that's genius. Like, you should change your name to the Joyless podcast.
No, probably.
And get to the top 5, so it's free advertising. So
yeah, sure. I'll do that right now, actually.
No. So I've been spending like the last, basically like, ever since episode 1, bullying you to high hell. Are you gonna respond to any of that?
I haven't watched any of the episodes. So I'm completely oblivious to that.
I even got Electro and like Preston to hate you.
I should invite them over when we do the ultimate PC building.
Electro's in Canada.
We can get him over here.
And like he's currently depressed and shit because his girlfriend broke up with him.
I can give him some like cocaine or some shit.
And my editor likes to point this out every fucking 2 seconds, that they broke up like a week later after we recorded a podcast where he talked about his girlfriend's bleached asshole for 8 minutes.
Well, we could just get him a new girlfriend. I mean, like, if that's a problem, that's easy. We can just, like, you know, get a back alley hooker, dress her up like Donkey Kong. So,
Oh, here we go again about how he's a, gay zoophile.
I'm just saying, Donkey Kong, he's got a firm ass. And don't get me started on that donkey dick.
One of these days, you're just gonna finally admit that you're gay.
I'm not gay.
Because as it stands right now, you're just metrosexual.
I don't even know what the fuck a metrosexual is.
It's like you're gay, but you don't really either know it or want to admit it.
Well, I'm not. Well. Anyways, next up.
God, you're being like fucking Tristan right now.
Yeah?
Yeah. He was one time I had him on the podcast, it was just nothing but he would answer the question very dryly and be like, next topic, please.
Hate that guy. We should have him over for the ultimate PC building.
Dude, I can't stand him anymore, because all he talks about is how he touched a boob and therefore he's an expert on women.
Yeah, I hate that guy.
And the worst part is, like, they're not even, like, mentally stable women.
Oh, no.
Like, they're chicks.
Oh, right. Because he's dating, like, an actual cult leader.
Well, I mean, they've, like, broken up and gotten back together, and, like, then he's gotten up with other women that are equally as mentally fucking deranged.
It's like a weekly tradition.
Wait, hold on a second, let me get that.
He's so unprofessional.
Okay, so, imagine, like, the kind of friends would have. And those are essentially the people Kristen's been hooking up with.
Ohioans.
No, not that. The mentally fucking deranged part.
Yeah, no, I don't like those guys.
Where they do coke to skinny themselves and blame it all on you when you break up with them.
Yeah, no, I don't like that at all. The coke part's pretty cool.
So, alright, we already talked about how you're metrosexual
Am
and how you played with a cheater. Can we talk about how you're impossible to give a compliment to, how you, like, never give compliments?
I give compliments.
Dude, I had to, like, strangle you when we were in call, like, compliment me on getting a date.
Well, you got him.
I was like, hey, I'm meeting up with this really cute person in Anchorage, this Saturday. Gonna have a splendid time. And you're just like, okay.
Well, to be fair, at the time I was trying to bubble combo someone who was in the zone in Splatoon 2 Piranha Pit. There's 2 zones on that map. One that's right in front of your conveyor belt and, Sorry, I'm getting off topic.
No, that's the point of a fucking podcast, is to talk.
Well, to be fair, I was pretty skeptical because, I've known you for quite some time now, and you go through, relationships.
Just making sure I have it on hand in case you say any names.
No, I won't say any names.
Okay.
And you go through, relationships like wildfire. So, like, I was surprised when you actually got one that was on this existent plane, but, like, the first nap, I was like, yeah, whatever. You do this all the time. But now that you got someone who is actual, physical, and real, and four-dimensional.
And he likes the podcast.
He does.
Yeah. He's now an avid listener of the podcast.
I'm flattered. Hey, thanks for shoutouts to this guy's who is he? Is he your boyfriend?
His name is
Shout out to that guy for supporting the podcast. It means a lot to me.
Even though, like, he's like 2 years older than us, and he, like, listened to the one I had with Preston, and he was like, I feel so old listening to people make fun of other people.
Let's talk about the younger generation.
Yeah, fuck Connor.
Hate that guy.
Dude, I have two like very lengthy sections for like a Preston and Connor podcast that now just like have to be shelved.
Yeah, well, I don't like Connor.
Like, I had at the beginning of the podcast is gonna be like a lesson in history. You know, he's gonna go through his entire history in under 20 minutes, and the end of the episode is gonna end with a game show.
Can I be the host? Just for like, you just have me on for a little bit, just like to host the game show.
You're gonna have to talk to the editor guy about that.
Hey, editor guy, can I host the game show?
And there'll be a flash on screen when you watch the video afterwards. Well, like, yeah, I have all these segments set up for fucking the Connor and Preston podcast, and he's just like, my brother's birthday is this year, so I can't do it.
His schedule is just tied up all year round because of his brother's birthday.
Dude, that's how he is. Like, he'll have like marching band on like Monday the next week, and I try to get him over on Friday. He'd be like, well, I have marching band on the next Monday, so I can't do it. You know, I just, my schedule is just packed. What am I supposed to do?
That brings me to my next topic. How do you feel about school starting in a week?
I'm gonna fucking ring out whoever made my schedule.
Well, that's a topic for off the podcast.
I'm gonna fucking wring them like a wet towel.
Yeah, I'm curious about that, but I don't want you to say any particular teachers out loud onto the podcast.
That's why I got the piece of cardboard. I can do it.
Okay.
So yeah, my counselor that I still don't know the name of, so this is pointless. Like basically just raped my schedule.
My counselor is constantly just not doing her fucking job. Every time I go to sit down in the little lobby area waiting for the counselor, she's just never there. She's in her office, but she's constantly got like a do not disturb sign on. One time I stayed until 4 o'clock, and then like I had to speak with a different counselor just to get me through.
Well, like
all I
they
want to know is how many credits I get.
But like they give me like 2 ROTC classes in first semester, and ROTC's like a year-long class, so you'd think like at least one of them would be in second semester, right?
Yeah.
It's not in second semester. And second semester is literally 3 fucking English classes back to back to back. And so on the topic of school though, like what do you think of C4? Is that a class we're all gonna have to take?
C4?
Yeah, the 7th hour that all of us now have.
I'm gonna check my schedule again. I haven't seen that shit.
It's like supposed to be like a career building class. Like everyone is gonna waste an hour of their day at the end of the day, like working on their career after high school.
Well, I already know what I'm gonna be.
Yeah, we're doing pilot school.
Yeah.
And I got a mildly successful podcast to carry me.
Yeah, no,
And you have nothing.
I was thinking of something. Well, I have. No, I won't say that. You know what? I don't have anything. I don't even have a vehicle. Goddamn. You know what? I'm gonna go on a little bit of a rant here. Listen, my father, I love him to death. I appreciate every second.
Bit racist though.
Made. I don't fucking care. He's not racist. My dad's not racist. No, we're not gonna. Hey, Ed, bleep that last part out.
Don't.
Please. It's for my integrity. Hey, I'm a co-host now. I also run this bitch. A little bit.
My editor does not respect you as a human being still.
I'll cut your wages. I'll speak to PR.
He has gone on many rants about you not showing up for the last like 5 episodes.
Well, I didn't know I was supposed to be a co-host until now.
No, don't even do that shit. Before even the Electro podcast, I offered the job to you.
No, you just like showed
Yes,
up
I
to
did.
my house with like mics, and I was like, I guess I'm a co-host now.
You were supposed to show up to my studio.
Well, that's my home turf now, bitch. I can kick you out anytime. You ever think about that?
I'll just rape you.
You can't rape. I put cement in my asshole.
Alright, you're talking about your dad.
Oh, right. My dad. Love him to death. He just buys, like, the shittiest vehicles constantly. All the time. It happened with my oldest sister, happened with the middle sister, and it's happened with me, where he buys just an absolute shit pile, and it breaks the moment you step inside of it. Like, you open up the door and the door falls off.
Oh yeah, on the topic of dads, since I need an automobile to get to Anchorage, I kind of have to make a deal with mine, and I don't want to.
No, just walk. I mean, like you did. You did it to here.
I'm not gonna do it to Anchorage. And plus I gotta, like, take someone around town.
Okay. I'll see what I can do.
But, like, I really don't want to make a deal with him, but I'm basically being strong-armed right now. Because, like, you remember when he sold my car last year?
Yeah, I do.
And, like, he said, because he sold it for $1,500, he's gonna be like, hey, when you finally decide to grow up and you need a car, I will give you the $1,500 to spend on a car. And right now there's a shit box on Facebook for $1,500.
Yeah. I usually do all my car shopping on Craigslist, which is the worst place to go car shopping.
Yeah, fuck Craig and his list.
That's where my dad got my car, I'm pretty sure.
Man,
Oh, it actually, like, the engine just exploded and killed itself. It's unrepairable.
yeah, fuck Craig and his list.
Mm-hmm.
Fucking piece of shit.
There was a PT Cruiser on sale for $3,000.
Dude, I still can't get over the fact there's, like, that astronaut simulator cockpit for sale.
Hey, I'll drink to that.
Look at this guy. He has to flex the fact that he drinks, cherry Pepsi every time. And that he has no Diet Coke for me, basically starving me, basically killing me. Look at him, he's happy about it. Smiling. Sick, sadistic fuck. For any of the audio listeners right now, he's actively sucking off a tranny. And he's just going at it still. Alright, there we go. We made the obligatory reference to trans people on this podcast.
Let's talk about Donkey Kong.
So did you listen to last episode?
No.
Why not?
I didn't even know you had a podcast.
So
I don't know where to find your podcast.
Literally, look it up on YouTube, the Joyless podcast. It's the only thing that shows up. Anyway, while he's doing that for like the first time in a century, apparently, as you people might know, last episode kinda sucked.
Let's see here. I'm gonna subscribe.
Can you not?
Oh, sorry.
We're still recording.
Alright. Hey everyone, welcome back to my podcast.
Jesus fucking Christ. Goldfish memory. Complete total goldfish memory. As I was saying, last episode kinda sucked.
I remember that.
For like...
Just watched it.
2 reasons, really. One, the guest, like, had shitty fucking audio the entire time. And he lost his voice. Which I didn't even know, like, a music guy could fucking lose his voice.
Yeah. I hope you found it.
And, the other problem was, like, he was just too fucking weird.
Really now?
Like, because I had a bunch of I had, like, 21 plus topics. I can show them to you, like, after this recording. It was just gonna be, like, about, like, music and, like, true crime stuff. But, like, he didn't know who, like, YouTubers were.
I don't know how he... Ask me a YouTuber, I'll probably know them.
Dream. But I was gonna do a segment where it was gonna be, like, a fake genius segment, like, where we talk about the, like, Dream Mask song, like, Sus remix. He was gonna, like, talk about, like, what it means.
I like to listen to that song when I think about Donkey Kong.
But I mean, he just, like, didn't know who he was, even though he's, like, 16, and somehow has a child on the way. But I mean,
Yeah, no.
outside of that, like, when we got to the true crime segment, he just, like, flipped the fucking switch apparently, because it just became talks of, like, government control and getting off of social media and chemtrails.
I think you need to distance yourself from that man.
I'm having him on again.
Oh, say, can I do
Cause like he texted me like the second the podcast was posted, like, hey, I was saying it's like a corpse husband voice. How the fuck do you do that? I go, hey, I know my audio. I know my audio was like shitty last podcast, but like can we do it again sometime when I get my voice back?
I don't want to be there for that. I want to be
so like
what
now
I wouldn't give to be a fly in the wall for that conversation.
So like now I'm just having to make the second episode with him on like exclusively about conspiracy theories and shit to fit his fucking madness. Like he just like randomly talked, like I'm not even joking when I say he randomly talked about how cool knives were.
Knives are cool though.
But like I'm trying to like make a joke about like how fat guys with glasses are all serial killers throughout history. He's gonna put a picture of Joe Methley right next to me, like when he was young, and you will see that he looks just like me. Also, when I took a look at John Wayne Gacy, that famous clown guy, I literally saw a picture of him without glasses. Imagine what I would look like with a mustache. And he just talks about how sick knives are.
Yeah, I remember that one time when Peter Griffin killed Lois.
I'm talking like, you know, John Wayne Gacy and like those guys.
Yeah.
Like they're just fat white guys with glasses. I mean, John Wayne Gacy looks like fucking me. Like, not even like a joke.
Yeah. Yeah, no. What's this thing?
He's just going on his fucking phone trying to think of things not to talk about.
So.
What like TV shows have you been watching lately?
What TV shows have I? I'm trying to. Mostly just really shitty anime. I watched this one anime called The Record of Ragnarok.
God, that sounds fucking AIDS.
It's about how all the gods that man has ever like. I don't know. I don't want to be like offend anyone out there, but all the gods man have like worshipped, right?
Yeah, just say it.
And they all come together in one big arena, and they were like,
have a rap battle.
God, I fucking. They're like, God, I fucking hate humanity. Let's just kill them all. And one of them was like, what if we just took 10 of the strongest humans and then beat the shit out of them? So.
Yeah.
Did that, and I thought it was gonna be a bunch of fighting, but
it wasn't.
Like they'll take one fight and then stretch it out into 3 episodes with pointless backstory, and like a good maybe 30 seconds of those 3 episodes might be actual fighting if you're lucky.
I actually found it pretty like a good, like an alright anime show that you should check out if you have Hulu.
Yeah.
Trigun is what it's called.
Okay.
It's like about this outlaw guy, Vash the Stampede, and he's just like, you know, going out his business, but like chaos follows him, so everyone thinks he causes it. So he has like a 60 billion like bounty on his head, and that kind of like causes most of the conflict. And like his 2 sidekicks, I guess, throughout the entire show are like 2 fucking insurance ladies. One of them's like this tall, like really nice bitch that has a fucking Gatling gun. And like the other one's just like this, you know, like the typical like short bossy chick. I also been watching the Looney Tunes show on HBO Max. It's pretty funny, pretty haha funny.
Well, if it's on HBO Max, I expect a lot of sex.
It's just like a Seinfeld but Looney Tunes.
Oh, okay.
So it's like more realistic kind of scenarios, like merging into traffic, or you know, getting arrested for throwing a thing of Pepsi Cherry down the Grand Canyon.
Yeah. I've done that before. Cheers, I'll drink to that.
By the way, I'm looking at like the video. I'm looking at the video right now and I'm realizing my editor's gonna have to like zoom in a lot for it to look like we're even taking up like any of the screen.
No, they can do that, I'm pretty sure. Just zoom in on me.
If you want your fucking paycheck, you won't.
I'll cut your wages.
You don't even have access to fucking PayPal, be quiet.
I'll speak to my lawyers.
You don't have any.
I'm gonna go and hire a lawyer.
So also last episode I talked about how I bought some things, and they were shipped to me.
I also bought some.
I got some.
Shipped to me too.
I got 2 JoyBreaker branded flags. They're pretty nice. I only kept one of them and gave the other one to Justin. I'm still waiting on my JoyBreaker branded condoms to show up though.
Yeah.
Which you said you would buy.
Well, I said you should just give me one. I wouldn't buy it though.
Yeah, but you wouldn't use it.
Huh?
It'd be wasted merchandise.
Yeah, but like, you're not gonna use them either.
Yeah, but I know people who have sex and they're gonna use them and then tell me how they worked, so I can do like an honest review of my JoyBreaker branded condoms.
Okay. Well. Yeah. Man, I might just fall asleep right.
Movies.
Movies. I saw The Quiet Place 2.
Was it good?
It was very good, very intenseful. It was very intense. It was got some intensity to it, I'd say.
All you know is the word intense.
There was this one part where a baby almost suffocates.
Dude, that's pretty
Spoilers,
pog.
by the way.
Dude, that's real pog. So are you also gonna go see Don't Breathe 2?
No.
You remember that Don't Breathe movie with the blind guy? Like 4 people break into a blind guy's house and he like fucking hunts them down like with this echolocation. And then like tries to shove a turkey baster full of cum into a chick.
That sounds pretty cool. I want to see that.
Honestly, I can't wait for the second one where they just like amp up how big the turkey baster is.
I've been rewatching the entire Marvel Cinematic Universe.
Why? Why?
Because I like the fight scenes. That's about it. The storyline is okay. I like the part where Thanos snaps his fingers and then everyone dies.
Are you excited for the What If series that's coming out?
No.
Where they have Captain England.
Captain England.
And it's a woman.
Oh.
The 2 worst things in the world in his eyes.
The British captains.
You were trying to skate around saying women. I knew it.
What can I say? I hate them.
So you are metrosexual.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Are you sure?
Well, I'm not homo either. You know, I can hate something but still be attracted to it.
No, you can't.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What about magnets?
They don't have any malice.
Yeah, but like they still clink together, and then like the other side they just hate each other.
Yeah, but that's not the same.
You a big fan of magnets?
No.
Really?
They're gay.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, good for them.
I've actually seen a few movies lately. If you want to talk about this.
Yeah?
Yeah, I want to see what your impression is, and I'll tell you if you're correct or wrong.
Okay.
Because I've actually watched the movie and you fucking haven't.
Okay.
Space Jam 2.
That's a big chungus in it.
Spoiler warning for Space Jam 2 in case you haven't fucking watched it already.
Yeah. Big chungus.
Bugs Bunny fucking dies.
That sounds pretty cool.
Like the entire like setup is like they're playing like they're like inside of a game LeBron James's son made, and there's like a certain move that like crashes the game, and Bugs Bunny's like, I'm gonna do that one, Doc, and then just like fucking delete.
Down, left, right, A starts.
No, he literally does the move that makes LeBron cry and just like deletes himself.
LeBron just cries. That's it. Bugs Bunny moves around a little bit, and then LeBron just breaks down into tears.
Yeah, like then he gets Thanos snapped at the very end. And they're like doing this like dramatic scene of like Bugs Bunny clinging to life. It's fucking Bugs Bunny of all things.
Come on and sleep, and welcome to
Oh,
the
that's another thing I have a problem with Space Jam 2. There's no fucking space.
I'm gonna sue them for false advertising.
Like the entire thing is like set inside of a computer universe, but like there's no space. Like the original one like basically said like Looney Tunes live inside the Earth, Remember that?
Yeah.
How they just like live in the center of the earth and can pull people through golf ball holes.
Yeah, no, I remember that.
And there's no fucking space in Space Jam 2, you know.
So that brings me to my next topic. So, have you ever heard about the Hollow Earth theory?
And how it's actually just the Looney Tunes world.
No, but like, there's actually no like core mantle crust. You know, it's just nothing, then boom, the crust, and all of that shit in there is hollow.
There's
So
not even like
people there that are controlling our bureaucrats through the tap water.
holy shit, they've
They're
upgraded
an
from
underground society.
they've upgraded from Jews to mole people.
Where do you get this from?
You know how like Jews control the earth, because you know like they're all greedy bastards.
Why Jew?
And like how they also control what you jack off to.
Well, I would say that.
No, it's like this. There's an actual conspiracy theory that the Jew is like promoting cuckold pornography to the masses.
Well, I'd rather be the one fucking Donkey Kong than watching someone else do it. Well, maybe if it's Wario.
Jesus fucking Christ.
You a big fan of Wario?
No, he's a fat Jewish cunt.
Wow.
Also, I saw the new Suicide Squad film.
I haven't. I don't really have that much interest in it.
Dude, it's actually like really good.
Really?
Yeah. I think it's only because like Marvel fired James Gunn so he could be bought by DC.
Yeah. Poor DC. DC is just getting like.
Dude, they're great with animated films, not live action.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's just because like there's no way to like make the Flash real.
Yeah.
Even with like the best CGI, like that Flash TV show.
My favorite scene from one of the Flash movies is when he gets his skull crushed in by Augment.
Shut the fuck up. By the way, a spoiler alert for Invincible in case you're like a fucking heathen who's never seen Invincible.
First episode's hardly a spoiler.
It's the second half. Some people just see the credits, then turn off their TV and run away.
I love that idea. Like, people are just like watching like an episode. No, the credits are like the credits that appear before the episode airs, and then they just fucking sprint away from the TV to their backyard. They're like in their underwear, no shoes. They're just out in the middle of the road. Bro, memento no, bro.
Yeah, they just saw the credits and turned off their TV and ran away, dude. You see, this is why I'm glad to have you back on. You know, I miss those fucking actual like fucking water makers of jokes.
Yeah, no, of course.
You know, everyone knows that people just watched the first half of every Invincible episode, then saw the credits and fucking ran to Indonesia.
I have random coordinates saved on my notes app on my phone. I have to go there sometime.
Where do they lead to?
I haven't plugged them into Google Maps yet.
Well, do it right now, live.
Alright, let's do it. Where's Google Maps? I don't think you can put coordinates into Google Maps.
Yes, you can.
These aren't coordinates. I don't know what this is.
You just have like a list of fucking numbers.
Maybe I'm a robot.
So like, do you have any predictions of how Saturday's gonna go?
Saturday?
Yeah.
This Saturday?
You know, for me anyway.
Oh, for you?
Yeah.
Is that your date?
Yeah.
Well,
Dumbass.
I'd be surprised if you even make it to Anchorage.
You You fat bald bastard. You piece of subhuman trash. 2,000 years of constant human evolution to get a hairless fuck.
My hair's longer than yours.
Yeah, but I got complimented for my hair. Did you? No, you didn't. Shut up.
A couple times actually.
Yeah, did you get complimented by theater student femboy? No, you didn't. Shut up.
Remember back in my freshman year,
Or you
I
just.
was walking to history class. It's the only history class I've ever known.
Freshman year where you just scream the N-word in the middle of social studies.
Never done that.
Or was it Spanish?
Spanish, I did blurt out a curse word, but it wasn't the N-word.
Oh no, wait. That was in English class when you just screamed the N-word at the top of your lungs.
I never did that.
Yes, you did. We remember. This is literally a topic from the first episode.
Can't gaslight. Well, I've already cleared this up. I never actually said. How many times are we gonna say this? You can't keep getting away with this. I never actually said the N-word. The N-word came up, but I never said it.
Yeah,
I said
the N-word.
fine gentleman.
The N-word came up and you suddenly got like fucking super strength.
Alright, cut this part out, editor. I don't want. This is like defamation. Anyways,
Dude, okay.
I never said the N-word.
Okay, so this is a hypothetical from the one night. You basically become like fucking Superman for like 2 minutes, but you have to scream the N-word as loud as possible.
Of course I would. Superman? I got laser eyes?
Yeah, I mean more like Omni-Man, but you know.
Oh, Omni-Man.
But you have to scream the N-word at the top of your lungs every time.
Yeah, sure. I don't see why not.
You don't.
I mean, like, well, it would be one thing to like scream the N-word, then I just go and start flying around with the BLM flag. Like that would just send people really mixed messages, wouldn't it?
I thought you'd just like scream the N-word and then just fly into space.
Sigma grind set. Be racist, leave the planet.
Like you just like be in the middle of you like purposely go to the highest density of like a BLM protest, just scream the N-word, then fly into space.
Yeah.
Why don't you have a BLM flag?
I don't know. They can let us mustard.
So how big is your
Thanks
cock?
for coming onto my podcast.
So how big is your cock?
Huh?
How big is your cock?
It's a good look, you know.
Well, let's compare later on tonight when we're both erect.
No, I don't wanna. You see, I'm saving myself for Donkey Kong or Wario or Bowser.
Oh yeah, my dad also doesn't understand how like the internet works.
I can believe that.
Like he can't understand why I would say that YouTube is just random chance of getting successful.
There's like a whole ass algorithm. But you know, today I got recommended to me a video with 17 million views. It was the title was just an exclamation and a question mark, and all it was Mario Kart gameplay. That's all it was. 17 million views. You tell me that's not a random fucking chance.
Like he can't understand that because he's like in that like old mindset of like how to be successful.
Oh yeah.
Like if you sell enough slaves, you get enough money to the point that you can just become rich.
Yeah.
But like now you have to like basically bet on black.
Mhm. Yeah, no, it's always like it's you got two options. You got minimum wage, or you got roll the
YouTuber.
dice and become rich.
And then you become Hassan Piker and then just like watch videos on stream and then leave.
I wish I was that guy.
I mean, and then he like gets mad at people for complaining about it. Like, guys, like, my mom doesn't make me chicken tendies, so I have to make it myself. That's an actual argument he made. Like, guys, I have to make food. Like, what am I supposed to do? Pause the video?
Just like buy it like pre-cooked and microwave it or some shit. Like go to a deli.
Or like, you know, like make like a BRB screen, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like The dude's a millionaire. He can afford one.
You know, when it comes to like any sort of like chicken project, well, maybe not any sort of, but like at most fried chicken or like chicken wings, I have to eat with like a sauce. I can't just eat it dry. Like chicken strips, I need like barbecue sauce or ranch or honey mustard.
Dude, honey mustard, fuck yeah.
I can't just like, you know, eat it straight out. It just gets too dry for me.
Yeah, so I guess do you have any questions for me? You gotta pull your own weight here. Prove yourself.
Well, any questions for you?
Yeah.
How's your day going?
We still need to get to an hour, come on.
How's your day going?
I had to fucking walk here.
Yeah, no, I was gonna pick you up and you just left. Retarded.
This guy thinks I like stay and wait. Like I'm one of those people that says like I'm gonna kill myself and just like waits for 2 hours for people to respond to them.
Yeah.
No, if I say I'm gonna walk here, I'm gonna fucking gabagoo and go walk there.
Yeah. No, we'll drive to Fred Meyer sometime.
Next year.
Got any plans for this summer?
This summer.
This summer? Yeah.
This summer already fucking happened.
I know, school starts in a week, I can't.
Have you been that recluse?
I don't know. I don't even have to take that 7th hour. I only have 6 periods.
No, you have to. Everyone has to.
Well, I guess they decided to put me in Alaska history again instead, even though I passed with a C.
So I also have a theory when it comes to my podcast. When like school starts, and you can like back me up in here or not.
Joyless podcast theorem.
Like I think it's going to boost exponentially when school starts.
I think it'll plateau.
And why is that?
I don't want to see you succeed.
You get paid by me.
I know. I want to be here when it sings.
When you like want to be here, like you know when it's successful.
Yeah, no. If it boosts, my rates better go up.
No, I genuinely think it's gonna like boost exponentially like once school starts because of word of mouth and shit.
Yeah, no, it will. It will.
And you know, if I do that thing when I reach the 12th episode, I like actually make like ads to put on YouTube videos for it.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna actually blow up.
Mm-hmm.
And I get to be like the most successful person at the school. So you're already putting some thought into what you're doing like next summer.
Next summer? Dude, I'll probably be graduated by then, so I'll probably just live with my parents until they croak.
Or you know, like actually do those hikes we were planning on doing. And then breaking into that pizza place.
Oh yeah. I wonder if we'll get to see Five Nights at
Next summer I'm doing this road trip thing with a gay Mexican that I know.
I love homosexual Mexicans.
We're gonna like go from his like place in Arizona to like this street in Ohio named Bonesville. And in between Arizona and Ohio, the plan is to like hook up with someone.
Herpes.
Obviously, this plan will be shot down if this hold on a second. The thing.
You better supply the Joyless branded hot condoms.
You know, this plan sinks if this thing with goes, you know, well.
Yeah, no, of course. And I hope it does go.
If this goes well, I'm gonna have to kiss my gay Mexican friend goodbye.
Mm-hmm.
And then have rough anal sex with him in Arizona, because he won't know.
Yeah. Yeah, no. I'll be there too. I'll be there to real
watch. You'll just sit there in your in this cuckold futon.
Yeah, no. I'll be like,
dude, can you just like talk about this like futon before I do?
So
because I'm currently being crushed right now.
I don't really like this futon. My
Why?
mom bought it to me because it's smaller and we had to make room for a desk, even though. But there was literally.
You could just get rid of this end table.
Mm-hmm. And no, that was my mom's idea. And
well, your mom's a stupid, sexy bitch.
don't call my Oh, stupid sexy bitch, you cunt. Juggling thunder cunt. Juggling thunder cunt.
Are you still mad at me because I insinuated that she says feller in private?
Yes. And I got a desk now, so it's worth it. I mean, like, I don't sit on the futon ever. Not even now. I'm, like, using my heel muscles to suspend me ever so slightly off of the
It's actually true for all the audio listeners. He's actually just floating.
Yeah, no, I've discovered inner peace.
He actually just like quickly said the N-word a few seconds ago so he could fly. I got a hypothetical for you though. It's actually pretty moral.
Alright, but then I gotta say my hypothetical.
No, you're not.
Yeah?
No, you're not. Editor, the second he starts talking about bacon, cut it out. So this is a pretty moral hypothetical where you have to put your morals to the test. So a random person of any sex or gender
I do.
goes up to you and goes, Cade VHS, you know, popular streamer, Cade VHS, I need to be your slave. You say yes or no?
Yes.
Can you say no so I can give context? Alright, there, he said no. So the person says, if you say no, Cade VHS, popular streamer, and all-around sex magnet, if you don't let me be your slave, I blow up a children's hospital.
Yeah, you're my slave, I guess. I mean, I need someone to run duos in Fortnite.
Yeah, but then the question becomes, is it like morally right to have a slave in that case?
Oh, it's consensual. I mean, like, they need to be my slave. Like, they have a burning desire, or else they're gonna go out and murder a children's hospital. It's better to, like, just have someone to run duos in Fortnite with, just constantly living with you.
You're not gonna be cranking 90s in Fortnite with the Rick skin. Morty, I'm cranking 90s, Morty.
No, I just have them, and then just not.
And the question is, then the question is, would it be consensual sex if you guys ever fucked?
Depends if the slave just came on to me.
No, but like, they're your slave. So like, the power dynamic.
Yeah, but I'm not treating them as a slave. I'm not like slapping to.
Yeah, but
to
it's
the
still
ground.
like the label of the slave, you know. It's like with Call Me Carson sending dick pics to 17-year-olds.
I'm not forcing them to pick cotton. They're just in my room playing Fortnite, and it's only if they come on to me. If I have sex and we both said okay, then that's consensual.
Yeah, but
there's a slave, and they're like.
Yeah, but it's a power dynamic, dude.
Yeah, but there's a power dynamic. What power dynamic, dumbass?
You're the master, they're the slave. You know, it's just like when Call Me Carson.
It's just kinky.
It's just when Call Me Carson used that 17-year-old as a cock sleeve.
I love Call Me Carson.
God, do you remember that whole entire like storming the Capitol thing? All the way back in February.
You know, this December it's gonna be 2-year anniversary of COVID. You ready for that?
No.
COVID was discovered in December 2019.
I feel like there's gonna be a gay fucking like song or something about it. Like all those like vaccine songs.
Dr. Fauci.
Shut up.
Bring us vaccines.
So you remember the storming Capitol thing, right?
Huh?
You remember the storming Capitol thing, right? Like earlier this year.
I was there.
The like one of those like chicks that like got shot in the face by a Secret Service officer.
I was that officer.
Dude, what cracks me up? She's like she got shot in the like throat. She's like just like choking on her own blood, and you can hear in the footage like some dude being like, "I think that's a gunshot." Did you just hear a gunshot?
So a woman that's been like shot. He's like asking, "Hey, did you hear a gunshot?"
No, the dude was like 2 feet away from her, just like, I think that was a gunshot. As the chick's like, and like apparently that chick was like a specialist in security.
Yeah.
But she's just like storming the Capitol front door with like a brick in her hand. You think she'd be like climbing through the air vents and shit, you know?
Yeah.
Mission Impossible, the presidency.
I think she tried to, but
She
too
just
congested in there because Ben Shapiro was using the vents to get to AOC's shoes.
God, can we just like make another hour worth of content just talking about how much I have an undying infatuation with his sister?
She's a nurse.
No, she's like a theater.
I don't know what's up with the sister.
And like her husband looks like the like auto-generated soy face.
Yeah. I don't know. Ben Shapiro, I feel like he's trying so hard to be like an intelligent person, but.
And then he just has like that big titty sister of his.
Yeah. No, Ben Shapiro is like a walking Redditor, except for he's oblivious that he's a Redditor. Like he doesn't even know what Reddit is.
So just like Hassan Piker.
Yeah, sure. I don't know who that guy is.
He got famous because his uncle runs the Young Turks. It's like a political show. But like because his uncle owns a program, he's like obviously already rich. But then he became a streamer, and like he said that America deserved 9/11. Dude, that was the funniest like thing in TV history, because his uncle was like trying to get him to apologize the entire time.
Yeah.
But like Hassan just like doubled down on it, like, oh no, you don't understand. English is my second language. You just didn't understand me correctly. And like you could see just like watching like his uncle just like kicking him under the table, like just fucking say sorry already. Because
9/11 was a big tragedy.
yeah, just like imagine like your nephew says that shit on stream, and then you like talk to him and he doubles down on it.
Dude, how do people even watch that? How is Onision still around now that I think about it? How are people that are just so fucking twisted? I mean, like, it's kind of, you know, ironic coming from us, but like, people that are so...
Dude, what do you mean? We're holy. We're holy.
We're wholesome.
Yeah.
We're a wholesome Keanu Chungus, big chunker.
You know, we should be put on. We should be put on local TV.
Speaking of local TV, let's see what's on TV.
No, don't do that. Don't
Yeah.
do that, because then it's gonna. Please don't do that. It's gonna blast through the audio.
I'm just turning on the TV.
It better be on mute. It better be on mute.
I'm just turning on the TV.
It better be on mute. Okay, thank you.
Just turning on the TV.
Thank you.
I hate that show.
Okay, so do you also think this is a very educational, wholesome 100 Chungus program?
Yeah.
That should be shown to kids around the world.
Let's do some math equations.
9 plus 10.
21.
Editor guy, I'm so sorry for the fact you have to hear me wheeze through probably both microphones.
Hey, editor guy. What's up? How's your day going?
Don't address him.
Hey, editor guy.
Don't try to make a conversation with him.
Throw up like a Google Doc, just like for a split second, saying how your day is going. That would be fun.
No, don't listen to him. We don't talk to him, okay?
I want to know how you're doing.
We make passing references to him, and that's it. He's a second-class citizen to us, because he also is a co-host and edits that other podcast.
I'm the co-host.
Alright, I think we've run our course. I just have one final question for you.
Yeah?
I want your actual answer.
Yeah.
Are you going to continue to be a co-host on said Joyless podcast? Oh, are we really doing this?
Heads I stay, tails. It's heads.
Alright.
I'm gonna be.
Alright, sit down. You know.
Hey everyone, thanks for coming to
Do
my
you want
podcast.
to shout out your socials, or?
I deleted Twitter. You could find me on Reddit somewhere.
He still has an Instagram. We post pictures of his smoking hot mom daily.
Can you stop talking? Anyways.
Yeah, this has been episode 7 of Joyless podcast. I don't know who I'm gonna fucking have for the next guest, cause all of them are bitches.
Yeah, thanks for coming to my
You know,
podcast.
a bunch of bitch ass N-words, as the hip kids would say.
Anyways,
And
thanks for coming to my podcast.
Will you
The
let me
next
do the-
episode, we're gonna have Joe Rogan on my podcast. Anyways, love you.
all right, now that he's fucking done, so yeah, episode 7, Joyless podcast. Thanks for coming on, Cade.
Yeah, no problem.
I'll be seeing you in the future on
Yeah.
every other one because you're now under contract. I don't do outros.